back to Girl Talk, the girl that everyone has been waiting for.
Yes.
Caitlin, I'm sorry it wasn't you, but guess what? It wasn't me either. No, we have Siena Agudong with us today.
We want to start off with your Hollywood make it moment. So a moment where you feel like I made it, and then a break it moment where you're kind of heartbroken.
Oh, okay. See, like, I don't even know if I would say, like, I made it, but, like, there's some moments that, like, I really loved feeling like, oh, wow, like, people actually watch the shows and stuff, and, like, because I'm just, like, in front of a camera, like, I just love acting for acting, and then it's like, oh, shoot, like, there's a second part, like, when it comes out, then people, like, end up watching it.
You're
so,
on
like,
billboards. Hello.
That was so cool. But it's just, like, when I get to meet people, like, when people recognize me from a show or another project, it's like, it's really cool, because at first I'm like, I don't, it's just like, how do you know my name? Like, it's like, oh shoot, like, what was I just doing? I think that's, like, really sweet, and I really love whenever that happens, and so that just kind of makes me really feel good and makes me feel like, hey, like, it's kind of going somewhere. So that makes me really happy. And regarding the break it moments, there's actually one, I have had, like, of course, like, with acting, like, you have, like, so many no's before you, like, book something, because it's just, like, there's so much practice and whatever that goes into it. But I remember there's this one audition, and it wasn't funny at the time, but now, oh my gosh. So there was this audition that I really wanted, and I was just, like, so excited about it. So I practiced and I rehearsed it, and I memorized it every night, and I worked so hard on it. And when I got in the audition, all of my lines vanished from my head, and I swear I was so embarrassed. But, like, now I know that for me, like, personally, I can't, like, put too much, like, pressure on myself, role, and then I'm gonna, like, forget things.
Yeah.
So that was, like,
what
that
did
was
you
an experience.
do in that moment? Because I'm sure that's every actor's worst nightmare, right?
Like,
show up and draw blank.
But, like, the casting directors were so nice about it, because they, like, fed me the lines too, which, like, I definitely should have had them there. But I believe I just kind of stood there, said the lines one after another. It was kind of like they fed me it. I repeated it back. It was just kind of, if I see that tape, I'm either going to laugh at it or I'm going to be like, okay, we should trash that. We should just, like, burn it.
I feel like everyone has that, like, one photo, my passport photo. It's not funny. Don't bring it up. You can roast me, you can do whatever you want, but you put that passport photo up, like, it's like, not funny. Like,
it's like sensitive. You're like, do not jab me there, okay?
Yeah. So, like,
totally
your passport, or my passport photo and your audition can go in the same vault, and we're gonna lock them away.
Little locked box. Exactly.
At least it went that way, though, and then if you don't get the part, you're like, well, I pretty much know why I didn't get that part. Versus, like, going in thinking, like, killed it, and then you're like, didn't get it.
What did I do better on that one? I'm just wondering.
Oh, that's good. Okay, we also want to know, because we just really want to be like you, we're close. We're in similar clothing, for those of you listening on the podcast. You can't see it, but if you want to check out our YouTube channel where the podcast also lives, you can see us in person. We all have our hair up.
We do.
So, Caitlin, we're on our way to being just like
Siena.
Siena.
I'm wearing stripes like her today, too, so.
I'm in the same color palette with this pastel purple. Okay, well, even before, I want to say, we met, a short 3 years ago, or whatever it was. You weren't living in LA. You're from Hawaii.
Yes, I am. Born and raised.
On your Instagram, you posted a photo, and you wrote, hold on, I have to overthink about it. Do you get... So,
I'm not gonna take credit for that. Was Pinterest.
But, was it?
It was.
Yeah, you were posing like I forget how it was.
It was like
something
it was like
just like you were really deep in thought, like you were like a philosopher.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you're in LA, do you think you overthink more than when you're in Hawaii, or is
that's it? Yeah, that's actually a really good point. I just think it like probably because of everything that goes on and stuff. Like, you kind of just have like just so much more like plans, I guess.
There's a lot on your plate.
There's a lot over here rather than over there. Like, since I have like taped auditions when I'm back home and school and stuff like that, but I don't have to go to school there, and I don't have to we don't go for work unless we're over here.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless work's over there. But I guess so. That's a really good point. Yeah, definitely more overthinking, and and thinking here.
What do you do when you're overthinking about things? So I think the thing in LA, and I think we're all guilty of it, is that we overthink the things that like really don't matter. Like, for instance, it could be filtering a photo, and I know people, including myself, that may take like 30 minutes, and all of a sudden you're like, I don't even know if this is a good photo anymore. I'm overthinking something so stupid that doesn't even matter. Like, it's so minuscule on the grand scheme of things, but I think in Los Angeles, like, honestly, there's things like social media that are important to your career as well. So they're small, but they're big. So how do you navigate that if you're overthinking something and then just to like be like, whoa, Siena, just like
calm down.
Yeah. We're good.
Sometimes I need my family to tell me, whoa, Siena, calm down, because sometimes it's just kind of like your head gets too loud. And I think like that's always what really helps is like talking it out to people, whether that be your family, whether that be your friends, whether that be I don't know, like writing it down in a journal, like something to get it off your own chest and being able to just look at your words and look at what you're saying, and then you read it back and you're like, if my friend was telling me this, how would I respond? Because I think that's like putting it in someone else's perspective is kind of like
for sure
helps
take
you,
yourself out of it, kind of, and see it from a
exactly.
bird's eye view.
And even so, like I said earlier about like the fitness, like mentally that helps just like. I mean, like, scientifically proven, too, about, like, endorphins and stuff.
Oh, for sure.
I think that just, like, really helps, too, is being able to, even just, like, walking outside, too.
Definitely. No, my mom always told me, and it's, like, she didn't work out for her physical fitness at all. She's like, it's for my mental health that I'm working out, and it's so true.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can think of or an example that of a situation that you really, really overthought, but you can look back at now and really laugh at because you're like, grand scheme of things?
Yeah, I think it's always, I mean, like, I guess it's always... like you said about photos and things, like things about posting, I've always like wanted to get to the point where I could just feel like if someone looks at my social media profile, will they be able to take away like who I am in real life and what I look like in real life and things like that, because I don't want to lead people following me, if they're following me for who I am, to
have like this false persona that they're following.
And I don't want to create that, but of course, like,
it's hard.
It's hard because part of you just wants to look at your profile and be like, I have all these photos that I can just like, if I like this photo, I can put that photo. Of course, I'm not going to like post a photo that I purposely just don't really like. And I'm going to be like, this is me. Like, I mean, but I guess it's just kind of like, that's of course an overthink, because when you post photos, I just have to be like, okay, it's okay. Like, go ahead. Like,
and no one's thinking about it as much as you are, right?
Right.
Most likely. And if you are, I need you to go get a hobby, because what I'm posting ain't that important, you know? Like, it doesn't really matter. All right, well, we could probably talk about Instagram all day. While we're at it, make sure you're following all of us. Okay, moving right along. We want to hit on Netflix's No Good Nick a little bit, because you are a sweetheart. Unless you're being so mischievous right now and you're tricking me and you're not. No. But you play something, or you played something so opposite, I want to say, than yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love it. It's so I play a con artist. And playing like a character that's so like complex and diverse and complicated. Right. My goodness, like playing that role was so fun, but such a learning experience to play so many different scenes and so many different levels that I've never really been able to explore. I mean, like auditions, but filming is so different, you know? So that was such an amazing experience, and I'm so grateful to be able to learn and grow and meet my new family too.
I love it.
It's a great family to be a part of.
Yeah,
you got some good stars in there, girl.
What do you think is one of the most mischievous things that you have done in your real life?
You know what? That's a good question. I feel like I just kind of like to play jokes with my family a lot, just because I love them, and I guess they love me. But that's a good question. I'm not like a rebel in like how Nick is, I guess. Yeah. I don't have many like rebellious moments. I have ripped jeans, and that's pretty much as edgy as I will get. But
do you like play pranks on your sister or your parents, or is there like one epic prank that you can think of that you've done?
Oh goodness gracious!
Lie about, I don't know, report card. Say it got lost and didn't come in the mail.
Oh, is this from your experience?
Oh, that's right. We're interviewing
honestly,
you.
probably. Like that sounds like you.
Yeah, or just something that's so like kind of silly, like you stole candy when you were 5 or just like anything.
I stole lipstick when I was 5.
Did you really?
And my mom was pissed.
I accidentally stole a shirt from a store, but like I returned it, of course.
Yeah.
Because I have too big of a guilt conscience.
Yeah.
But like I stole a shirt. I didn't mean to, but like I threw it over my shoulder because I was like, oh, this is so cool. Threw it over my shoulder, was walking out. Mom, Siena, we gotta go. Okay. Walked out of the store, went down the escalator, and I looked at my left shoulder, and then there was the shirt, and I looked at my mom, and she's like, and I ran back up the opposite way of the escalator, and I went to the security guard, and I totally was like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to take it. I swear I didn't make it. Take it. I can put it back right now, and I'm gonna put it back, and I'm gonna fold it. I'm gonna put it on my fingers, like this whole thing. And then he's like, just put it in the back. That's what he said to me, so and then I was so embarrassed. That's mischievous. That's my mischievous.
I like
moment.
how the sensor didn't even go off.
I know.
Like I don't know how many times I go through and it's like, and I'm like, oh goodness, and I'm always thinking, is there something in my hand that I didn't realize? And then it's like, and the one time you need it to go off, it doesn't go off.
Right, exactly.
I swear they're rigged.
Yeah,
Those things are rigged, man. All right, let's see what else. We want to talk a little bit, and I'm sure you get this question all the time, but like you did play alongside Melissa Hart, aka the original Sabrina. What was it like working with her, and how and which way, because she played your mom, well, not your mom, but your mom, because you're, con artist, so there's that.
The usual.
If you haven't seen it, go stream it on Netflix, you know what we're talking about. Is there anything, was she at all any sort of mother figure to you, just like in the whole acting world?
Absolutely. Like she's just like, she's just like a mother. Like she's like my mom, and she's, she helps me in acting and she helps me in life. Like I can't tell you how many times she's told me, and Lauren, who played my sister, or my kind of sort of sister, like if you ever need someone to talk to, or if you ever need help with acting or anything in life in general, like we could always talk to her, and like she just made things such a warm place, and in addition to everybody else there as well. But being able to learn from someone that was so inspiring and talented, oh my goodness,
sure. Yeah,
was just like, it was such a good energy to have her on set, and to be able to like to have Melissa Hart as my mom was just so cool.
Pretty iconic, honestly.
It really is. Oh my gosh.
And it's probably a little bit full circle for her, because I'm trying to jog my memory back to Sabrina, her, the cat Salem, and then she's kind of playing the age in which you were maybe a little bit older with her 2 aunts, Hilda and I'm blanking, but I'll think of it later. So she was the kid in the house, you know what I mean? And now you're the kid in the house, so she can probably see herself a little bit in you too.
And she worked so hard, as it shows in her shows when she was younger as well. So having someone so experienced with that was like really nice she could help us in that way of, because like a set is like so much fun, but it's also like so a lot of work, of course.
Yeah,
like,
such a can be draining. Yeah, it can be very draining.
So having someone who's gone through it for such a long time to be able to help guide us through sometimes that could be hard was like really nice.
If you could pick one piece of advice that Melissa Hart gave you that you'd like to pass along and has really stuck with you, what would it be?
I guess it was just, I don't know if I know it like word for word, but like it was just something in like acting. It was just with like comedy, she was just always talking about like commit to your choices, and if you want to do that choice, then do it and commit to it. And I think that was like really good, because I mean that's always like such a good piece of advice for acting.
For sure.
If you don't commit to your choice, then what's your choice?
I
guess really
that's a good point.
And anything really, for anyone listening that does anything in
Yeah.
life, anytime you like half try,
Yeah.
your results are usually what you usually fall on your face. It's not like you just get by.
Right.
I used to dive as a diver, and if I half committed to something, I flopped. Like you know what I mean? You have to go 100%. I'm sure you know in dancing, and as hosting, which we're really going for right now, 110% in case our bosses are listening. But that's great advice. I think, and it transcends all careers, I think, which is great too.
Totally.
And you learned it young. Good for you. And you didn't have to flop.
I know. No belly flops here.
No, exactly. Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about the original Disney Channel movie.
Yay!
Yes, Upside Down Magic.
Yes.
Are you turning it upside down, girl?
We're turning it upside down. We're turning the magic upside down.
Yes.
I have a feeling she's going to take the wand, and it's going to be an upside down Mickey.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that would be epic.
Upside down magic.
Yes.
That's so cool. That's so
I mean,
cool.
hey, throwing it out there.
I'm trying to think of something I'm gonna do. I want to make it.
Yeah, because everyone thinks, what's their wand moment, right?
Yeah.
You practice it.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
She's like, I practice in my room when no one's watching. I would, honestly.
What you have to do is do it upside down, and then they might just think that was so high concept of you, and they'll be like, oh my god,
I love it.
Either that or like, what was that? Like, I'm sorry, what?
It's upside down magic. Duh. Okay, anyways, back to it. Tell us what you can about it, because we know it doesn't come out till 2020.
Yes.
As
So-
of now. So
As of now, yeah.
here.
Unofficially, how about that?
So I'm excited to say that it's based on the books Upside Down Magic, and it has magic. I don't know if you guessed that or not, but and I play Raina, who is a flare and can manipulate fire.
Ooh.
And that, as of now, is all I can really say. But I cannot express this enough about how much this movie is so unpredictable and so just it's so fun, and there's craziness and magic and special effects and things like that.
That's super
Okay.
cool. In your real life, if you had a like magic or a superpower, what would it be?
Aha. Ooh. See, okay. So in the books too, because it says this,
Okay.
there's something called a flexor,
Oh.
who can flex into any animal, and I think that is something that would be really fun.
What animal would you?
Well, I think my dad and I were talking about this the other day. I think he wanted to be like a bird or something, and I said dolphin, but then I would get
Ooh.
lonely because like oceans are dark.
But they travel in packs.
They are.
Yeah,
They have
that's true.
pods, I think.
Yeah.
So they're very
Either,
social.
like,
You might be okay.
Either dolphin or like a lion, I guess.
Ooh, a lion would be
Because
cool.
I think that that's so cool because it's like you're like scary, but at the same time, like, have you seen those videos?
Oh my-
Like those viral videos. They
Yeah.
look so cute. Like, come on about
Until they scratch your
Until
face
they scratch
off.
your-
Yeah. I'm like, they look cute, but.
that. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, we can't wait for that to come out. Are we ready for our game? Are we
We jump into the game.
Okay.
Okay, so bear with us. It's loosely based on, well, it is
character
based
Nick,
on your
yeah.
character Nick from Netflix's No Good Nick. If you haven't seen it, go stream it. But we know that you show up at the Thompson family doorstep
Right.
to turn their lives upside down, right?
Ooh.
So if these particular people showed up at your doorstep,
We want to know what you would do.
how would you
Oh
react?
my gosh.
All right?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
The first one. Get ready. It's hard hitting.
It's hard hitting.
Knock, knock, knock. Just
my
knocked on my
gosh.
mic. I'm really taking my role seriously. A clown.
A clown?
Yeah.
Just imagine they sound freaky like that.
Yeah, I'm like,
A clown. There we
Oh
go.
my
That was good. I
God.
just plugged my nose.
I just watched it, so that's
Oh.
like, ooh. I've never really been like afraid of clowns. Okay, I'd probably tell them to like do that napkin trick where they like keep
Oh,
pulling
yeah.
it and pulling it and pulling it.
Okay, what about if Melissa Joan Hart showed up at your front door?
Oh, I'd cry and hug her.
Aw.
I miss her.
Let's say Mr. Noah Centineo shows up.
Oh my gosh.
Part of your Netflix family shows up to your door.
The blank stare.
She'd be silent. She wouldn't know.
I'd be
She'd
silent. No, I'd say, do they need any more roles in To All the Boys I've Loved Before? What are they like? They're doing like
The second one's they're.
second?
They announced
then
the second
two.
one.
Then I'd love to work on it because they were in Canada too.
Have you met
Oh,
him?
really?
Yeah, I actually like when I was younger, he won't remember because like I barely remember. I just remember like we went to the same acting class, so like all of us.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was like fun to see him like he's like everywhere. Oh my gosh.
He is.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
I'd like to
killing
be
it.
a part of that graduating
I know.
acting
Yeah.
class. You guys are all doing real well.
I know, right?
All right.
Okay, what about if an ex showed up at your front door?
An ex?
An ex.
I'm,
An
like,
ex crush. An
friends
ex
with all of them.
whatever.
I'm like good friends with them. Yeah.
So you would
So you just open the door.
I'd just be like, let's go hang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, different response over here. I think I slim. Shut door. No, I'm kidding.
Depends
Okay.
on- yeah.
Good for you, girl. Better girl than I. No, I'm just kidding. No, you are better than I. I'm not kidding at all.
my
In
God.
all sorts of ways. Every sense of the word. Okay. Now on the other end of the spectrum, let's say your celebrity crush shows up at the door.
Oh my goodness.
Who is your celebrity crush?
I'm trying to figure that out. I think it's Nick Jonas.
Ooh,
I think.
Not
But
bad.
then I watched Shawn Mendes in concert, and he's got a good voice.
So you got the singer vibe going.
Yeah.
Into singers.
I guess so. That's a good point.
Girl, stay away from boys and bands, okay? If I leave you with anything that you remember, just stay
break
away
your
from boys
heart,
and bands,
yeah.
okay?
I'd make them play a song.
Ooh,
That's what I do.
That's cute.
Okay.
You're like serenade
Yeah.
me.
That works.
Yeah.
All right.
What if your co-star Lauren showed up at your front door?
Oh, I love Lauren. Oh my gosh. Then like I'd invite her over and I'd make sure to lock the door so we only have sleepovers, and that would be really fun.
So you'd lock her up.
cute.
Okay.
Yeah, lock her up.
Lauren,
She's
beware.
like, you're never leaving.
Lock her up, put her in the basement. All good. No, you guys are so cute. I love that you're like actually friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah, with
She's
your
like one
co-stars
of my
and
best
stuff.
friends.
Ooh, okay. Someone that actually just joined Instagram, Jennifer Aniston. Also on the Netflix family.
Oh my gosh, I was just watching Friends. Oh my
Best show.
gosh.
Yeah, she shows up at the door.
She shows up the
Hey,
door.
Sienna.
I'd be like, how'd you get my address?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, last but certainly not least, Nick, the con artist, shows up at your door.
Shut the door. Don't let her in. You
Don't
see
let
what
her in.
happens.
Well, I'm like just in awe of you. I feel like I've seen you grow up, and I feel so old. But like,
Aw.
you're killing it. You really, really
You
are. From
are.
Netflix, Nickelodeon shows, and coming
Disney.
up Disney Channel,
Thank
original
you.
movie. Girl, any final word? I got nothing else to say. You're just like the greatest thing.
Aw.
You're so sweet.
ever.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. I love you guys so
Oh,
much.
good.
It's so fun.
Well, you're welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
And where can everyone keep up with you? Excuse me, on social media.
Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. Siena Agudong, SienaAgudong. And make sure to watch Upside Down Magic coming in 2020.
Yes.
And 2 more projects that I will talk about another time.
Oh,
Because I can't say anything about
I was going to
it.
say, do you want to talk about them real fast?
One's an independent film.
Okay.
That's a sci-fi thriller called Let Us In.
Ooh.
And another, I cannot say.
All right.
But I'm really excited.
Okay, well, everyone, make sure if you haven't subscribed to this podcast, what you doing? Make sure you hit the subscribe, give us a 5-star rating, and also leave a comment if you're going to be nice about it.
Boost our egos, baby.
Yes, don't even tell us how much you love us. We don't care. Tell us how much you love Sienna.
Yeah.
Like, we take any sort of comments. Make sure you go follow at Teoda, at Caitlin Fache, at Sienna Agudong, and at SweetyHigh. And until next Wednesday, we'll see you then.
See you next Wednesday.
All right, bye, everyone.